I just switched to the iPhone Air from the iPhone 16 Pro Max and I'm not going back. It's not because the Air is the thinnest or the lightest phone. That is part of its charm. I actually made the switch completely by accident. 2 weeks ago, I dropped my iPhone 16 Pro Max off my balcony while I was filming. And then instead of rushing to go and replace it, I didn't. And that choice may have been the best thing to ever happen to me. The 16 is the iPhone I've shot almost every video on this channel with, so why would I switch to an objectively worse iPhone? In this video, I'm going to share with you why I think the iPhone Air is completely misunderstood and honestly the best iPhone Apple has ever made. The battery on the Air is not the best, but something unexpected happened to me when I made the switch. I actually started using my phone less, and I've had the habit for years of pulling out my phone to check the time and getting completely sucked in. You know how it goes. Your phone buzzes, you unlock it, someone likes your post, and before you know it, you're suddenly 20 minutes deep. With the Air, I actually noticed this happening less often, and I would actually catch myself before it happened. My Apple Watch now handles the quick stuff, time, texts, notifications, and the Air becomes something I actually pick up on purpose. Around the same time that I switched to the Air, I decided to dedicate all of my free time to content creation and actually take this whole YouTube thing more seriously. I have noticed over the past few weeks that the Air kind of matches that vibe. And then the time that I've gotten back from endlessly doom scrolling has now gone back into scripting, shooting, and more content. The phone's biggest weakness accidentally might have given me back something I didn't know that I was missing. Now that I'm more intentional about the way that I use my iPhone, I want to make sure that I don't break it again. But here is one problem that I have. Most phone cases out there completely kill what makes the iPhone Air special. You spend all of this time appreciating how light, thin, and futuristic the iPhone feels, but most people just throw it into a case that erases what makes the Air unique. And that felt wrong to me. So I reached out to Mous and asked them if I could try their Aramid Fibre lightweight case for the iPhone Air. This case uses aerospace grade material, which is crazy considering it's only 0.6 millimeters thick. It is fully MagSafe compatible and has a reinforced ring around the camera bump for extra protection. This is truly the first case that I've put on a phone that doesn't feel like a compromise. It's thin, it's light, it actually complements the design of the iPhone Air rather than hiding it. You don't need to lose the feeling of holding the Air. If you are interested in picking one of these up or looking for your next phone case, the link is in the description down below. As a content creator, I find having limitations in general typically produces more creative work. So shooting everything on a single camera lens now forces me to be more deliberate with every single shot. I can't just switch to a second angle, and honestly, I think this has made me more creative and led to better results overall. The Air is so small and light, and I can position it in places and angles that bigger phones or traditional cameras couldn't go. It opens me up for shots that I wouldn't have even thought to try before. The phone's weakness has now become one of my favorite things about using this as a creative tool. On the surface, the iPhone Air looks like the inferior option. One camera, a smaller battery, and a thinner body. Apple has tried to make the fourth iPhone in their lineup work multiple times now with little success. The Mini was too small, the Plus was boring, both came and went. But I think with the iPhone Air, Apple has finally stopped trying to make the fourth product offering a sales hit and started using it as something else. This is their slot to experiment. The Air is trying to push what an iPhone can look and feel like without needing to be everyone's first choice. Every single time that I pick up this phone, I feel like I'm holding something special. Something that Apple took a risk on. That feeling doesn't come across in videos, and you really do need to hold the Air to understand it. This is the most Apple iPhone Apple has made in years. This started by accident. I took a risk on something different, and I'm never going back.